Hello, I am Bert Janssen. Welcome to the next episode of the series of short videos in which I explain the book, The Organizing Principle, There Are No Coincidences. In the previous video, I talked about shapes that have been discovered in the fields of England. And those shapes were hiding geometries which were very, very hard to explain. In this video, I will show how shapes and geometries are also hiding in the landscape. And these shapes and geometries bear a striking resemblance with the ones found in the fields. The first person to write about these shapes and geometries was Sir Norman Lockyer, professor at Imperial College and the founder of the scientific magazine Nature. In 1905, Lockyer writes in Nature, "Stonehenge, Old Sarum, and Grovery Castle occupy the points of an equilateral triangle of exactly 6 miles in the side." And he wrote, "The center of Stonehenge, Sidbury Hill to the northeast, and the earthworks of Grovery Castle and Castle Ditches to the southwest all lie exactly on the line indicating the summer solstice." So, there are geometries and straight lines hiding in the landscape. The man that made these straight lines known to the world at large was Alfred Watkins. In 1925, while sitting on a hilltop, Watkins noted how different elements in the landscape below him were all lining up on an exact straight line. This triggered the curiosity of Watkins, and he started studying the landscape and maps, and eventually he wrote the book The Old Straight Track, in which he showed that the English landscape is littered with these strange straight lines, which he called ley lines. The general public got really interested in these so-called ley lines, and they started ley hunting. And branches of the Old Straight Track Club popped up everywhere in England. The most famous of these lines was in 1967 discovered, uncovered, recovered by John Michell. John Michell was an extraordinary man who I have met in person in 2001 and who wrote more than 40 books during his lifetime. The line discovered by John Michell was called the St. Michael line, or the St. Michael alignment. This line runs from St. Michael's Mount in the southwest of England to the Mump at Boroughbridge, to the Tor at Glastonbury, to Avebury in Wiltshire, to Bury St. Edmunds, and way beyond. It is actually part of a great circle. A great circle is a circle that divides the earth in 2 equal parts. Now the stretch of that circle that covers England is so short compared to the totality of the circle that the stretch running through England is more or less straight. And it runs through England under a very, very peculiar angle. Because if you would construct a circle with its center on that line, then The points where the circle intersects with the line, those intersection points, you can use to construct a square. And the surface area of that square is identical to the surface area of the circle. And it doesn't matter how big or how small the circle was you started with. It always works. The surface area of the square is identical to the surface area of the circle. Squaring the circle based on surface areas. There you have it again. And remember, squaring the circle is at the heart of many of Jung's mandalas. Mandalas that give access to your unconscious, to absolute knowledge. And now it turns out that one of these squaring the circles is hiding in the landscape of England. And it is not the only one. In the next video, I will show you another squaring the circle hiding in the landscape. And that's only the tip of a huge iceberg, as you will recognize in the videos that follow. But let's first go to this other intriguing squaring the circle that is hiding in the landscape. Let's go to the next video. I see you there.